Welcome to the Not Nerd Show. I'm Nate Heath, and we are here to help you tech better. Here with me, as always, Mr. Dave Baylor.
Well, hello there, friend. Long time
Ah,
no see. Do you have any emergencies that you need to attend to at the
jeez.
moment?
Jeez, well, we will get to that in a minute. Man, last week, our 13-minute episode, that was,
People were praising us, going, "Oh, if only you could end that quickly all the time."
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
listening to you as a courtesy, and man, it's painful to go a full hour.
Yes, exactly. Oh, that was wild. But you know what? The weirdest thing about last week's episode is even before the emergency happened, which we'll get to in a second, I realized as I was watching it back, I mean, it was like 5 minutes in when I got the text. I still hadn't turned my hat around. I had gone into the Amazon Prime story. So I'm wearing the same hat
Well,
because
that's good.
y'all didn't get to see it ever last week.
Well, before we get
So,
to that, Nate, hold
yeah,
on. I
yeah,
want
yeah.
to I want to remind people that we're going to talk about your hat. We're going to have
Yes.
tips and tricks, just the headlines and more. And we're working on a new segment. We may get to it today, we may not, but we'll
Yeah.
definitely discuss it. And then I have something to show you that I printed with my 3D printer that we got to squeeze in there somewhere. So we have got a lot.
Yes, a
This is
jam-packed
packed.
episode. We've got to
Yes.
make up for lost time.
Okay, so now show me your
Yes,
beautiful
before we
hat.
get into anything else. So it is an orange one, and
Mm-hmm.
it's now, we are 11 days late for this.
Oh
Oh,
boy.
you get a little peek on the side.
Yeah.
7-Eleven.
Always open. Hey, you want to know a fun fact? Here, let me press my fun fact button. That's a pro tip, but anyway. My fun fact pro tip is when we were in Baston, that's exactly how they say it out there. You don't have to correct me. No, we're out in Boston. Somebody walked by with a Slurpee, and Val goes, oh, "Do you know what day it is?" So we had walked by a 7-Eleven earlier, so we walked
Nice.
back and we got a free Slurpee while we're there walking around town.
Slurpee.
It was great.
Yes, and a bonus fun fact. We didn't make it on 7-Eleven because we were super busy. I DJ'd a wedding.
Oh
Isla
boy.
had stuff going on. So on 7/12, I was like, Isla, you know what? And you already knew this if you're watching PDX Fast Foodie. I told Isla, I was like, you know what? You can get a Slurpee every day, and the floor's not going to be sticky, and they're not going to be out of all the good flavors.
You just
So we
paid
went on
money.
7/12, but we still got free Slurpees. He gave them to me for free. Maybe it was my hat. I had my
What?
sweet 7-Eleven shirt on, but
Well, that
yeah.
was nice.
Yeah, so that was a little bonus. Oh, hey, Grandma's in the chat. She says, "Hi guys, no drama tonight, please." Yes, hey, Grandma was here for it in the live
Yeah.
last week. Oh, and producer Todd's in the chat. Going to 7-Eleven on 7-Eleven is like going to a bar on St. Patrick's Day, amateur hour. Yes,
True.
I would agree. That is one of my PDX fast foodie philosophies. Is I've learned my lesson on grand openings and special days. We did go for National Ice Cream Day, but anyways, last week, let's try to briefly discuss what happened. About
Yes,
three,
please.
4 minutes into the show, I get a text message from my wife that she was stuck in an intersection and the car
She was
wouldn't
in a
start.
car, but she
Yes,
wasn't just
in my
standing there.
car, my CRV, and she said, "I think it's out of gas." And I'm sitting there. You can actually watch my facial like processing.
And you're like,
Uh,
wait, we have an electric car. No.
yes, it's a Tesla. I was like, "It's not out of gas. I know I had gas," and I'm like, maybe something with the battery or something. So while we're live, I'm trying to shift my brain in a formal public apology again to my wife for not reacting quicker. But I was trying to do things. We were talking to Hey Grandma. I was trying to figure out. Chelsea told me somebody had stopped to help her. And I usually have one of those jump starter things, but I
Yeah.
had a ton of stuff in my car for a road trip I had to take the next day for work.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking about that too. So then eventually, Dave, you did a couple of your stories, talked about some Bitcoin, and did your tip of the week. While I was trying to rack my brain and
Mentally
switch.
process.
After 500 episodes, you kind of get in a bit of a mode, you would say, for
Yeah.
doing the Not Nerd Show. But so I hop in her car, drive over there, and it's for you local Tualetonites. She was right. If you're in between Fred Meyer and Taco Bell on Martin Nazi,
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the right turn lane to turn on Tualatin Sherwood Nyberg Road to get on the free, where I-5 is.
Yeah.
So she got into a pretty good spot right on the corner so cars could kind of go around. She was having to wave them around because the battery wasn't working. So the emergency
Hazards.
flasher hazards weren't working.
Hmm.
So I pull up into the worst spot right on Tualatin Sherwood, right in front of her to jump out and jumpstart it. And this is a pro tip for the pick of the week, a battery pack jump starter. Grabbed that out of the back of her car, just plugged it in, started. It started. I hopped in her car to get out of the way. Well, then she's calling me, it died again. So then I parked in Fred Meyer's, got over there, jump started it, let her take her car. And I actually left it because I figured, well, it probably needs to get a little more juice to keep going because the AC was run full. And it was 93 degrees
Yeah.
out or
What a
whatever.
perfect day for that to
Perfect
happen.
day for it. So I actually left the battery pack on there, kind of closed the hood, drove around. It seemed like it was doing fine. So then I came home, went over to O'Reilly's to have the battery tested. Said battery was fine. They said looks like your alternators may be going out.
Ah, it's
But
not
then
charging.
so I'm sitting there at 8 o'clock at night on Tuesday, knowing Wednesday I have to go to clients' offices in Salem, Eugene, and Florence the next day. And so I'm like, well, we'll see. So I let it run for a while, but then it was like overheating. Found out it was low on coolant and
Mm.
oil. So that might have factored into all of it.
Oh
But
boy.
road trip went great. I actually, on my personal Instagram and Facebook, I created a little Ryan Trahan, his 50 states thing that
I
I've been
watched it.
talking about. Yeah. So I tried to recreate that for 3 cities in one day. Did I make it?
Yeah. I'm
Um,
not going to
but
spoil it.
yeah, so that was wild last week. And Dave and I were talking afterwards the fact that in 500 episodes, we've never had an emergency like that. Knock on laminated covered
The
particle
particle
board
board.
here.
I've got some more up here. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, so that was last week. So this week we've got some extra stuff. We're going to do the same topic. I'm actually going to save that next thing. Oh, I was going to say since episode 500, we're on our road to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you. We are up 4 subscribers. 4 subscribers
That's
in the
great.
past week. And I will remind everybody that you should like and subscribe.
Oh, I'm getting
Ring that bell.
hypnotized by your
Yes.
wonderful sign. And I pointed to mine earlier, but it's
Yeah.
it too. Ooh, like and subscribe. We're never going to
Just
let you forget.
yes, yes. Oh, hey, Grandma says putting in a plug for Tualatin Auto Repair. They're hardworking and more importantly honest. Is that Chandra? I know there's like 15 auto repair spots right in that area. Chandra is my mechanic over there, and I called
Hmm.
up, and his son answered the phone. I recognized his voice, and I said, "Hey, it's PDX Fast Foodie," and said, "Man, next time you come in, you got to bring us some food."
Wait,
So
you're like, that's not how it works. I'm PDX Fast Foodie. You're supposed to feed me.
yeah, oh yeah,
Huh.
man, that was a reverse. So yeah, we got some new subscribers. There was one story before we get to our main topic that seems like maybe it's getting resolved, but Alaska Airlines resumes operations after IT outage.
Yes, that was
Phew.
while I was, so I had to take an emergency trip after I got back from my
Oh yeah,
vacation,
yeah.
and I think we were in the airport when I learned of that, and I was like, oh, I'm sure glad. Sorry, I have to rearrange my window.
Oh.
I was gonna, come on, I want to show this article. But anyway, I was like, oh no, I'm glad I didn't fly Alaska this time because I'm usually on Alaska Airlines, so I'm kind of
Yeah.
glad I wasn't this time around.
Yeah, they grounded their flights due to an IT outage. As we reposition our aircraft and crews, there will most likely be residual impacts to our flights. It will take some time to get our overall operations back to normal. And this isn't the first time this has happened for Alaska.
Well, some of the stuff they said was they're merging with Hawaiian Airlines,
Mhm.
and it may have been a vulnerability on Hawaiian Airlines system as they were integrating, but I
Oh,
don't know. There's more.
ugh.
Well, so here at the bottom of the article, in June, Alaska Air Group owned Hawaiian Airlines said some of its IT systems were disrupted by a hack. And so, anyway, I don't want to blame Hawaiian Airlines, but maybe it was Hawaiian Airlines.
Yes, blame Hawaii.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Why not? And hey, Grandma did confirm it's Chandra, the mechanic. Great guys over there, and producer Todd. You could go to my mechanic. Dave and Chelsea know how to get there.
You, you
Yes.
turn left at a hill, then you go down this big
Multnomah
thing, and then
Village.
you open a gate, and then you back in up a hill. It's not easy to get to his mechanic. And then when you get there, everybody looks at you like, I don't think you're in the right place. What are you doing here? Maybe it's because I was in an electric car.
Yes, yes. Well, let us get back to last week's main topic that we never got to, and that is can we stop AI slop? We've been
I don't
talking a
think
lot
so.
about AI. I mean, you can't avoid it, it's everywhere. It's um, getting involved with every aspect of our lives. But there were a couple stories over the last couple weeks, and the first one, as with any sensational story, when I first saw it, it was like, oh, they're gonna block anybody that tries to use any AI in any of their videos. And
What YouTube is who you're talking about, right?
oh yeah, YouTube that YouTube prepares crackdown on mass-produced and repetitive videos as concern over AI slop grows. So it's not that you can't use AI. That would be like them saying, hey, you can't use a green screen, Nate, because you're faking people out. But what it is, and it's funny because I think back, like on social media, I have a very tech focused algorithm, as you can imagine. And there's always the people, oh, make your faceless YouTube channel. I put out 300 videos a day and I'm making $25,000 a month with no time at all. That's the kind of stuff that they're trying to eliminate.
Yeah.
They have new policies to crack down on creators' ability to generate revenue from inauthentic content, including mass produced videos and other types of repetitive content, things that have become easier to generate with the help of AI. So, this has always been a problem, but YouTube's taken some extra steps because now you literally can set up an AI bot that's just creating
Just
videos and
cranks it out.
publishing them.
Yeah. You
And
put
it just,
ads on there, and then you just wash, rinse,
yeah.
repeat, and make money.
Yeah, so I think it's good. And Renee Ritchie, a previous pick of the week by Dave, he's the YouTube creator
Liaison.
liaison,
Yeah, I believe so.
YouTube head of editorial and creator liaison.
Man.
And he said that the change is just a minor update to YouTube's long-standing YPP policies and is designed to better identify when content is mass produced or repetitive.
Good.
So, YouTube partner program. So that's the monetization, being able to monetize off this type of stuff.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to have to, because the AI is moving so fast,
Mm-hmm.
as policies and regulations and all that stuff try to keep up with it. We're finally starting to see that. And another one, following YouTube, Meta announces crackdown on unoriginal Facebook content. So a
That's
similar
that's
policy.
already most of Facebook content, isn't it? People just
Yeah.
share stories that they found
Yes.
that they don't even read.
Yeah. Well, and it does say, meaning those that repeatedly reuse someone else's text, photo, or videos. So that's, I mean, again, it's easier with AI, but that is something that is a problem where it's just like people repost other people's content. There's some guy that I follow that does these funny, like, app features, like Uber tells you how long you'll have to walk based on the calories of your meal, your Uber Eats meal or something. Like, he
Hmm.
does all these funny things. And there was some random account that had posted one of his things from a year ago, totally claiming it as their own. And he
Yeah.
was in the comments going, huh, that's weird. This looks familiar. But yeah, so I think this is good, especially with social media, especially, you're just scrolling through your feed. You don't know what's real. You don't know what's not. But I think that's a good thing to do, to try to just get rid of some of the slop, whether it's AI slop or just reposted. Or another one I've seen lately is people will take like a scene from a famous movie and they'll like make it into a square, and then there's like a line that's like going across it so the content stuff doesn't get it, and they're just
Yeah.
posting clips from movies. And Better quality content is what we authentic
That's
content.
what everybody wants. I follow a YouTuber his name is Ben with Authentic. Get it?
Oh,
I know. It's pretty clever.
yes,
Not as
yes,
clever as iFacionado, but close.
yeah,
Close. If only I could spell
close.
it.
Yes, yes. But yeah, so those are, I mean, Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah.
Those are two pretty big platforms. I think between the two, probably around 6 billion monthly active users.
Yeah. And there was one
And
more article on that topic.
yes, yes. Do you want to take this one?
Yeah, Rock Band, and I was thinking that the game Rock Band, but it's
No.
not. Rock Band, with more than 1 million Spotify listeners, reveals it's entirely AI generated, down to musicians themselves. So the musicians aren't real. The music they're producing is not real. It's just some guy, probably some guy in his mom's basement, cranking out this stuff. And yeah, so there's the rock band, Velvet
Yeah.
Sundown, gained over 1 million listeners on Spotify.
Jeez.
What in the world? But
Yeah.
here's the thing. I think it's a little bit different. Some things are different. You have to judge things. So one, not having that disclosed was bad. But
Yeah.
if people are listening to it and enjoying the music, I mean, what's the harm?
Yeah.
Really?
And there was a person behind this
Yeah.
that was putting a lot of effort in to create the images of the band and
Yeah.
create the story and the music. It
The
probably
person
wasn't just
created it,
click and publish.
but
It was,
aren't the like the gorillas like that? Does anybody know who the gorillas are? They always have
oh,
those
yeah,
cartoons or whatever
yeah,
of themselves.
yeah.
It's like, who are these people? I mean, I'm
And
sure it's well known who they are, but I don't know who
yes,
they are. But
yes.
these
Oh, and
virtual
producer
musicians have
Todd
happened before. What's he
in the
say?
chat, he said, as a prolific YouTuber at Dr. RIPVHS, said YouTube Creator Studio has absolutely awful AI suggestions for making videos called inspiration, where it'll clip. And I've even tried some of those AI services. You'll see an ad and it's like, just upload your podcast and we'll make 30 great clips. And it's like, maybe there's one decent clip that I have to do a lot of work to edit. He also said Spotify, and I'm guessing others, are awful about creating AI music and then promoting it to listeners on the top of their suggestions and then raking in all the money from it.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, if Spotify's creating the music and then pushing out real authors or artists, it's a never ending thing. But yeah, that band, it was pretty interesting that I didn't get a chance to listen to their music, but 1 million Spotify listeners, it's
That's a
nothing to
lot.
shake a fist at.
I
Maybe they
mean,
can create some holograms and do some concerts.
it's
And
half as many listeners as we have on this podcast.
yeah,
As I see, we have 2 concurrent viewers in our thing
yes,
right now.
yes. Hey, Grandma and producer Todd. Yeah, don't be afraid to come into the live show
Come
and
in the
chat
chat.
away. Or if you're watching or listening later, it is fun to be here on Tuesday nights because you can correct us. You
What
can
else you got to do? You don't need to spend time with your kids, your
no,
spouse.
no,
Nobody should be working at 6:30 at the night Pacific time. And as we
no.
go further east, it's later and later. You have no
Yeah,
excuse. And guess what? All the TV shows are post-produced anyway. Who's watching live TV? It's not Saturday. Saturday Night Live's not even in session right now. So,
yes,
I mean,
yes,
if you were
yeah,
maybe if you're in Hawaii or Alaska, I can see.
yes, yes. Well, you know what is in session right now?
What's that?
Dave's pro tip of the week.
That's right, Nate. And it's been a while, so I'm a little out of practice, but I had this on the list and I'll try to do it quickly because I don't know if you know this about me. When I started talking about technology, I just can go on and on and on,
Yes.
drone on and on. So, one thing I wanted to talk about since I've been traveling quite a bit is travel tech. And we talk about this relatively often. So, I'm going to quickly go through a few things that I do that may help you. And the first tip is pack light.
Hmm.
Nate, you and I always take way too much stuff.
Oh,
But
way too much.
but this time, batteries and chargers. Pretty much every device I have now uses USB-C. And so USB-C charger is very important. And I've mentioned this on the show several times, but this particular one and others like it is a this is an Anchor product, but it has a little indicator of how much charge it has. It has a built-in prongs, which is so important because now I've eliminated having to bring a stupid prong thing. So I've got a battery and I don't have to have the wall wart, that's built in. And I don't even have to bring a cable because it's got a USB-C built in, and it's configured this way because you can use it as a lanyard here. Put it on. I mean, it's very strong. It's reinforced. This is like a metal bar here, so it's very strong. But it also has a built-in USB-C port if you wanted to run another cable or a longer cable, because this is not very long, I will admit. So this one unit, you could just take it and eliminate three things: a cord, an extra battery, and the wall charger. It's 3 in 1. So this is great. I have 3 of these. Well, the other thing is I did bring a couple of shorter USB-C to USB-C cables, and they're the Apple ones that came with my iPads. So they're both data, and they'll go, I think they're 30-watt cables or whatever. So you can charge things with them, and you can do data transfer if you had to, versus just grabbing a random one and it's like, oh wait, it's just charge only, but I need to transfer, So think ahead, just bring one cable that does them all. Let's see. And then I mentioned cables. Now, one thing to mention with cables, if you are traveling with another person, you may want to bring a multi-faceted cable like this one, which is a USB type A on one side. And then on this side, you've got lightning, or you can put on the little adapter with USB-C, or you take them all off and it's USB micro. So you don't have the mini. But I almost put this in my bag, and I wish I had, because the rental car we had one USB-C port and one USB-A port. And my brother had brought a cable, but it doesn't work great with his case and whatever. I was like, well, you just need a good case. Anyway, I ended up using this in the car for my phone and the USB-C for his phone. So if you're traveling with other people, you may want to bring extra cables. And then lastly, cameras. Your phone is good enough.
Don't be Dave, folks. Don't be Dave.
This guy here, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 cameras on it. It's very capable. Some phones have more than 4 cameras on them. Did I take more than my phone? I did. I took a couple additional cameras. One is I have a 360 camera and I want to use it, so I brought it. It's about the size of a candy bar. I brought a little GoPro type camera. Didn't use it once. Next time, staying at home. And then I think these are an important part of gear when you're traveling is my Meta Ray-Bans.
Smart glass. Yeah.
Because they have a camera on them. It'll do photos. It'll do video. And you may be thinking, I'm going to bring my phone and I'm going to bring my Meta Ray-Bans because I need sunglasses when I travel. So I'm going to have sunglasses anyway. So if you can double up, and maybe you don't bring headphones, you just use the headphones that are built into your Meta Ray-Bans. I mean, the convergence of these technologies is a great way to save on travel. And when it was all said and done, I wasn't planning on doing this, so I hope I don't break anything. I have a 15-liter Peak Design bag that fits well under the seat. I had 3 days worth of clothes and all my technology in that bag. One bag. I did it. So there you go. Travel tips. Pack light. Consolidate items. Look at 3-in-1 type things like this. That can do multiple things. And then you don't have to worry about breaking things, losing things, getting confiscated if they're, your battery's too big. So we're going to take it, or you have to check it. And it's like, So anyway, that's it.
Very nice. Yes. Thank you. I feel like that was directly, like everybody else could just cover their ears for that segment, and you were just talking to me.
To you.
When I travel, it's
you don't
I'm going to need 25 tripods.
I'm going to need my long 300mm lens because I might want to zoom in. You're never get closer. Just walk closer. You don't need to zoom in.
Yes. And hey, Grandma did say, back to our conversation about watching the show, she said, or you can sit out in front of Dave's house and watch show like she did on the 500th. That
Well,
was awesome.
I mean,
Thank you
she's
again for
watching
that
my house. She wasn't really watching the show, but
Yes,
there
yes.
you go.
Well, that brings us to everyone's favorite segment that you've been missing, just the headlines. And it's been a long time because we did just the bylines on the 500th episode. Last week
Yes.
we didn't get to it, so we've got an extra jam-packed one, but we've got the driveway camera going there.
We do. But I was going to say, sorry, just the bylines. It was so dumb. I hope we never do.
Let
anyway.
us know. Let us know in the comments. Yeah. Spam the comments.
Do Put them in there. Hit the bell.
More just the bylines. I know Mike Peterson does. So we'll see if anybody else chimes in.
So, yes, we've got a typical afternoon here. And I had at one time the temperature, because I know our friend in Australia loves to know what the local. It's 82 out there, high of 84 today. And we've got a light wind out of the northeast. No, I don't know what we've got going on.
And out of nowhere, yet up into the chat, you better do just the bylines again. We summoned him, much like we're able to summon Wes.
Yeah.
We can summon Yetup and Wes into the chat just by mentioning things that they're into. So
yeah. Well, I mean, maybe we will. It was your suggestion, so there we go.
Yes. Make sure you hit that heart button a couple times if you're able while you're watching this.
Yeah.
But
oh wait, is Yetup also a main contributor? Look at that.
Well, yeah. I wonder how the Crown versions work. Hey, Grandma is number 1, and
he did it.
Producer. Oh, and I saw a heart float up the screen.
Yeah.
It might be the first heart we've ever gotten on the live, but yeah, you guys are top contributors. You get the little purple crown in the chat there, which is very cool.
I need to figure out how to put that on there. And the real Dr. RIP VHS says, nothing packs lighter than my shuffle. Even brought my old computer on vacation just so I could manage the iPod. Well, it's one unit. So it's a computer plus the iPod. That's not smaller than my phone, I have to say. Yes. But anyway.
Well, it is time for Mega Just the Headlines.
China hosts the first fully autonomous AI robot football match.
These tiny lasers are completely edible.
You can now rent a flesh computer grown in a British lab.
Netflix says 50% of global users now watch anime.
UK police dangle £75 million to digitize its VHS tape archives. Todd?
Vibe coder who doesn't know how to code keeps winning hackathons in San Francisco.
Microsoft to stop using engineers in China for tech support for U.S. military. It's probably pretty smart.
Japan sets new internet speed record. It's 4 million with an M times faster than average U.S. broadband speeds.
At probably half the price. Candy Crush maker King lays off 200 staff, replacing many with AI tools they built.
AI note takers are increasingly outnumbering humans in workplace video calls.
Hackers can remotely trigger the brakes on American trains, and the problem has been ignored for years.
Chuck E. Cheese launches new arcade concept for adults.
And finally, Russian basketball player arrested in ransomware case despite being, quote, useless with computers.
And those are just the headlines. Boom.
Man, that's a lot of stuff in there. And I think we got a note in the chat as we were reading. I saw it in my periphery. Hey, Grandma says, that's an embarrassing distinction, Crown number 1. I don't know why that's embarrassing. You should be proud of that. Wear it high and dry. That is great.
Yes, you make us happy. Well, I think we should do it. I think we should do it. For the first time in a long time, we have got a new segment.
Listener mail. I didn't have time to put together a jingle for that. But listener Todd, whom you may recognize as the real Producer Todd, says, And I will just quote directly. Um, maybe when I said, "Hey, what should we talk about?" and he wrote in and said, "Maybe setting up browser profiles and how they work. Right now, I have 4 Google accounts and I'm juggling in different windows, and they all sign in and out each other, and it's hard to manage. Oh, Calgon, take me away." Well, I'm not 100% prepared to discuss this, but
Yes.
in
I
most,
am going to do a quick sidestep back
oh,
to just the headlines. Hey, Grandma said, "Can't believe Chuck E. Cheese is still in business." And I will tell you, I was going to say owner, as a father of a 9-year-old, I went to a birthday party there not too long ago. Chuck E. Cheese is back on it. They now give you for a birthday party like an hour pass little card thing
that's
that you
nice.
can swipe as many times as you want.
Very nice.
So
And,
Chuck E. Cheese is back.
and did you know who created Chuck E. Cheese?
The founder of Atari?
Yes, Nolan Bushnell.
Yes.
Nice work.
Fun fact.
Fun fact. You learn so much on this show.
Yes.
But back to the listener mail.
Yeah.
So let's go to our web browser here, shall we? And what embarrassing things are here? All the things I've been looking at. I did switch to. Let me close this. I did switch to my not nerd thing. So here we go. I have a clean window, and I can't show you without. Well, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, Nate. You're gonna
Do
be
it.
like, what are you doing? We're gonna have to vamp for a minute because what I'm gonna do is move my window down a
Oh, move the
bit.
so you can actually see the
Yeah, but it's not the
profile switching.
Samsung display. It says Samsung display.
Yeah, and I will give a basic overview while you're getting that all configured. So, what Todd's referring to, browser profiles. So, with most major browsers, just recently in Apple Safari, from what I hear, very difficult in Firefox, but Chrome, Edge, any of the main ones you're using, there are browser profiles. And what that basically does, I'm a heavy user of this, is creates separate completely isolated browser instances from each other. So I have my personal one where I'm signed into my personal Gmail and I've got all my stuff that I normally do. Now, with my job, I have a lot of clients and they will have Google accounts or Microsoft accounts. Well,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to always sign out of mine and sign into theirs. So I create a new browser profile whenever I'm going to have accounts that I need to sign into. And what that does is it allows me, I just go up, I select a different profile, and then I go into that and everything's there. Like I can even have it save all the windows. Like I've got a couple clients where there's, 10 different sites that I'm using all the time. So I switch into their browser profile, pops up a window with all that completely isolated
So
from
here,
mine.
and here's an example. I have Safari up here, which I don't know what Todd uses. I'll show the Chrome version here in a moment. But so in Safari, you can create new profiles, and I have one for work and all this other stuff set up. Um, and just like you said, it'll open up a brand new window with its own bookmarks, which I've got 3 of them up here, with its own cookies, with its own shortcuts, with its own reading list, with its own whatever you set up. It's completely separate. And I can choose to switch to another profile, or I can create a new window with any of those profiles. Everything's locked within that window. And I don't have Chrome on here, but I do have Brave, which is a Chromium browser, and it works very similarly. So here's all my garbage in this browser. But up top, you'll notice there's a profile window. And look at all those. I just doxed some people. I'm so sorry. But there's a profile. It doesn't show my mouse, but up there it says Brave File Edit View History Bookmarks Profiles, and when you click that, same idea as the it has profile options that you set up. So it works in Chromium browsers. It works in Safari. You mentioned it's a little bit harder in Firefox, but not untenable. So
Yes.
I recommend setting them up. It is way different than signing into a Google page and then going over to the right hand side and say switch to another user
Yes,
in the
because then any other
settings.
windows you have open, it gets all confused. And producer Todd does say, I use Firefox and I've been trying to manage it with a series of private windows, which sort of works, but not very slick. Yeah, because the private windows, it's not saving stuff and it probably signs you out more often. But yeah, if
Yeah.
you can get those profiles set up, it makes life so much easier. And hey, Grandma did say, do they still have the creepy robotic characters? This is now the Chuck E. Cheese episode. No, they have gotten rid of the animatronic band on the stage. They just have some video screens, and Chuck E. Cheese will walk around.
And Yetip in the chat says, "Hey, I just use different browsers. So yeah,
Yes.
use
Yeah.
Firefox for one thing, use Safari for another, use Chrome,
I
use
do
Brave,
that. I do
use
that as well. But
yeah."
my life is more complicated than most. But yeah, the browser profiles, ever since I got that, like I don't know what I would do without it, because I think I counted one time on the show. I think I have 25, 30 different profiles
Mm-hmm.
within my Brave browser, which is what I use. But yeah, it's a lifesaver. So that's a great way to kick off our new segment,
Yeah,
listener
reader
mail.
mail. And if we get so many reader mails, we'll just do a reader mail special and talk about it.
Yes.
But Todd, we can talk later. But man, those profiles, pro, you know, I love Firefox, and it's not Chromium based, which is why I love it. But Brave, I'll be danged if that thing just does not freaking work so good.
Yeah.
It is really good. So maybe consider switching over there.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
there you go.
Very cool. I like it. Well, on to our takes of the week. This was actually over a week ago. Again, some of these are were pushed from last week, but Samsung. People say we're biased towards Apple, which we are, but I do try to cover when the other big brands release stuff. And everything Samsung announced at its Summer Galaxy Unpacked event. So they did the new Galaxy Z Fold 7,
Okay.
which is one of their folding phones, and then they have the other. I get so confused on this. They're
I
naming.
don't know any of their stuff, honestly.
They have the Z Fold 7 and the Z Flip 7, and then they also have the Z Flip 7 FE. So the Fold 7 is the large hot dog folding phone, while the Flip Galaxy Flips are the hamburger folding phones. If that, like you would fold the paper, hot dog or
Yeah.
hamburgers.
Hey,
So,
fun fact: the guy I was on the flight with had this gigantic type thing. I can't zoom in. This guy right here,
oh yeah,
and
the
for
fold.
some reason he had the volume up on his little Tetris clone at 100%. And
On the plane.
on the plane, this was before we
Oh,
took off. He eventually did shut it, but when I asked him, I said, "Hey, do you mind turning that down a little bit?" And I had my noise canceling headphones and could still hear it. This is his response. He goes, "It was such a jerk." For those of you listening, he gave me the side eye, and I think he actually turned it up, to be honest.
oh, jeez.
Anyway, don't
Jeez.
be that guy. You want
Yes.
to get one of these devices, use it for its very large display.
Yes. But yeah, these folding phones, we've got another piece on this next. But so the Fold 7, the big super powered one, that one comes in, starts at $2,000. The flip ones are 1,100 or 900.
Man, I could
But
buy a
yeah,
used
so
car for that.
they are improving that, the folding and flipping phones. They released their new Galaxy Watch 8 series. Again, I don't know that we have a single listener of the show that uses Android or Samsung specifically, besides Chris's wife, but I haven't heard from Chris on that. Maybe he got her to switch.
But
Uh,
I mean, I love them. I wish Apple would make them. I really want one of these devices. Look how
yes,
small that is, and then you flip it up, and it's bigger.
yes. Well, in that, our next take, I'm bringing it back because it was on that bingo card on episode 500. We've got a
Okay.
nut news.
Whoa! I don't have.
More air horn, any
We're gonna
default
wear that
air
out.
horn. But yeah, not news. This headline: a foldable iPhone could be slightly thicker than Samsung's latest offering.
Say it isn't
First of
so.
all, Apple has said nothing about a foldable phone. There are rumors and there are some good leaks that they will be releasing one, but in the new Samsung Fold, they are extremely thin. I actually saw it on a video. They were comparing to an iPhone folded up. It's basically the same thickness as your iPhone, so they have managed to make these very thin. But
But
the fact that
how good's the battery? Is it still pretty good?
I think because they're so big, they can put a lot of
Oh
flat
yeah, the
battery
screen
in
is big,
there,
so
so
yeah.
they've got more space in there. But Yeah, I'm not
A
exactly sure on
crease-free
battery life.
experience, I don't think that'll ever happen.
Yes, yeah, but
Unless
so
Apple figures a way to do change physics.
yeah, I think they're talking about next year or 2020. These say this all the time. Some of these rumors I read is like the 2028 iPhone. I'm like, that's 3 years away. So much could change before then. But yeah,
Yeah.
so the Apple iPhone might not. It could be slightly thicker than the Samsung phone when it's released in 2 years. So watch out for that.
Who
Make
knows?
note. And I'm glad Yetup is in the house for Microsoft Patch Tuesday, July 2025 edition.
I'm gonna wear out my air horns.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get a replacement air horn.
I'll have one that
Uh,
does one that does two, and one that does three.
yes, and this was July 8th. Microsoft today released updates to fix at least 137 security vulnerabilities in its Windows operating systems and supported software.
Now,
Oh,
how many operating systems are they supporting now? 11. They have some server stuff,
yeah,
but
10. They're
10
still
they're
doing
still doing.
10.
Okay.
Office, all their Office apps, their
Mm-hmm.
SharePoint, which after this came out this past weekend, I've got another link there that
Okay.
says Microsoft fix targets attacks on SharePoint 0 days. So there was a massive July 20th. Yet he already knows because he's in that world. Patch your SharePoint servers, but SharePoint Server, which is part of the Microsoft world, is actively being exploited to compromise vulnerable organizations. The patch comes amid reports that malicious hackers have used the SharePoint flaw to breach U.S. federal and state agencies,
Yikes.
universities, and energy companies.
That's not good. My
Yeah,
wife
so
uses that with her work. So, hey,
yeah.
Nate and maybe Yetip, give us normies just a brief elevator pitch of what SharePoint is.
SharePoint is basically like a file server meets OneDrive meets a website. So it's for
So,
an
like Google
organization.
Sites,
Yeah, kind of like it, but yeah, kind of like Google Sites. You can have
you can
all
reference
kinds of
all your
stuff in
drive
there.
and
Yeah, and you can have shares, and it's
huh.
kind of like the big version of like a OneDrive or iCloud Drive, where you can control everything and do everything. But yeah, so SharePoint is very large, and obviously having a vulnerability there is not a good thing, and
I believe
so
in the lingo in the biz is no bueno.
no bueno. So they have released a fix, but again, it's one of those things where all these people with servers, you've got to do that. Now, I don't know yet. It might know if it affects like SharePoint in the cloud, because yes, some places still use physical servers, but like I have a
Yeah.
client that uses SharePoint in within the Microsoft 365, whatever, Entra ID, Azure AD. Oh,
Pick a term that they change weekly.
yes, yes. Don't get into Microsoft IT support at this point unless
Mm-hmm.
you're yet up, and he knows his stuff. But yeah, this was a big one because it was actively being exploited. So
Hmm. I'm glad they
danger.
fixed it.
Yes, yes. That's the next one. Belkin ending support for most of its Wemo smart home accessories.
So I is it Waymo or Wemo? Isn't Waymo the
Wemo, it
car?
could.
I
Oh
think
yeah, Wemo.
it's Wemo. I hate this stuff. Let's go out. Let's build a technology platform. Let's get millions of customers to buy tens of millions of devices, and then let's just shut it down. So what do? They just throw their stuff
Yeah,
away? I mean, what are we gonna do?
yeah. Yeah, so it's January 31st, 2026. And I mean, Belkin's a big
It's
company, a good company.
they
I've used
work with
Belkin
Apple
stuff
a
in the
lot.
past. Yeah. But yeah, so it does look like it's some older devices. And they said Wemo products configured for use with Apple HomeKit will continue to function via HomeKit in the absence of the Wemo cloud
For how
services.
long though? Until you disassociate them, and then you won't be able to associate them again, probably.
Yes. Yeah, so they do have two products still, the Smart Light Switch and the Scene Controller, both using the Thread protocol, but they're shutting down they launched Wemo in 2011. So that's 14 years ago. And they were running their own server to kind of make everything work,
Hmm.
which that I can understand. That's a long list of products there. That,
Yeah. Um,
uh,
I don't know. Here's what I feel like. This dovetails into like the video game world where they'll support video game servers for a long time, and they're like, "Oh, we're turning off with the servers," and it's like we're still playing the game, you know.
yeah.
I feel like somebody needs to develop a server technology that's cheaper to run. Like it just
Oh,
seems like it costs so much to run a server.
yeah. Like
So
Linux.
so work
Linux,
on that.
Yetup, you still there?
Work
But
on that, guys.
yeah,
Or
which they probably were using something cheap. But yeah, when you have millions of devices out there
but
and
one thing for the people who are advocates for what is it for technology where you can use your own stuff, right
open
to
source.
repair,
Oh,
right to
right.
repair advocates, is once companies sunset an item, they need to open it up so that people can run private servers to keep
Yeah.
these things going. They need to just make a piece of technology, open source it, and then say we're wiping our hands, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if only I mean I would agree with regulation that would force companies to do that on their products if they're going to end of life them.
And well, and speaking of that, we've got another one. BulletVPN shuts down, killing lifetime members' subscriptions. Now, here's another issue.
Mm.
And I've thought this all along because you'll see a special on a VPN service and you get lifetime access. And it's like, well, it's lifetime till they run out of money.
Yeah.
So when you have a lifetime subscription to something, what does that mean? Because that means they're not making any more money as opposed to like ExpressVPN or some of the other ones where you pay a monthly fee. So then they're making money so they can keep the service going.
Yeah. It's a double-edged sword. You don't want to pay additional fees, but without ongoing payments, they just die.
Yes. Yeah. So VPNs, be careful with be careful with VPNs. And
And explain
I'll
to our audience what a VPN is.
A VPN is a virtual private network. So there's kind of two popular areas of virtual private networks. One is, let's say you have a computer at work and you are working from home. You might have a VPN connection into your work computer or your work network so that you can continue to work. You could access the SharePoint server
Yeah.
per se,
I have
do
several
that kind of
methods to do
stuff.
this, but yes.
Yes. So you can do that. The other type of VPN is the a service like BulletVPN, where they have servers typically all over the world that then you can VPN into these servers. It helps with anonymity in theory, that the where you're going on the internet can't see where you are because you're going through this server farm, and
Yeah, let's say you go to
supposedly they don't give that information
yeah.
out.
You go to a video game website, but you don't maybe you're illegally downloading a video game, so you would enable a VPN and it says, "Oh, you're coming from Rochester, New York, not
Yes.
Portland, Oregon or whatever."
Yeah.
And it
So
makes it
even
harder
in
to
like
track.
the ExpressVPN podcast ads, they'll say, "Oh, did you know Netflix has tons of shows in Canada that you can't get in the US? So you can use ExpressVPN and pretend like you're in Canada
Yeah.
to be able to do that." So it's much more complicated than that, and there's more use cases, but that's what these are typically for. Now, the security part of it, of me saying, "Oh, I'm going to connect to Rochester, New York, so that my local ISP isn't seeing my stuff."
The
With
local can see your stuff regardless.
HTTPS on your websites, the secure stuff, they can see a lot less stuff now. It used to be everything was kind of open, unencrypted. Like your banking website, it's encrypted. They can't see when you're typing in your password. There
Yeah.
are other ways through malware and that kind of stuff.
I'm
But
looking at this thing. I'm trying to understand. NordVPN 2-year plan, $339. That's not right. Per week. It's not good.
yeah,
Yeah. Anyway,
yeah, I don't think
it's
that
kind of
ad is correct
it's
there.
an ad thing.
Yes.
But anyway, yeah. So if you do have a VPN, I guess your local internet service provider will only see that you've connected to that VPN. But if
Yes.
authorities contacted that other VPN and demanded the records,
Some of them will.
if they
Yeah.
keep them, they have to give them over. Most
And I think it might be ExpressVPN, like they wipe all their servers every night or something. And Yetup came into the chat and he said, sorry, half listening. It's deployment night. So they had Patch Tuesday on the 8th.
Yeah.
And now they're deploying stuff here on the 22nd. He said, I don't trust free VPNs or VPNs that advertise on YouTube like crazy. Yes.
Yeah. There's like Tunnel Bear, Nord,
Express.
There's well-known ones, you know.
But I don't think, in my experience, most people don't unless
you don't need it, unless you're going to nefarious sites.
Yeah, or you have, if you're traveling out of the country and you need to pretend like you're in the U.S. or something.
Yeah, because that's true. You're traveling to China. Some things aren't available. You could VPN back to the U.S. so that you could get into your work or, go on Twitter because stuff like that's blocked over there.
Yes. Well, it's time to cleanse our palate after all that fun with our bonus odd take. And this one is courtesy of producer Todd. This might be the most relevant bonus odd take we've ever had. It is, you can find it at coldplaycanoodlers.com.
And as we go there, Yetip is saying that he mainly uses VPNs to watch NFL and MLB games.
Yeah, that are
they
region
blocked.
In the Seattle area, you can't watch the Mariners or the Seahawks because of all that licensing stuff. So
you know what, Trump? You know how to make America great again? Allow us to watch local shows that we
local
sports.
Make sports better.
Yes, this is called Coldplay Canoodlers, and a little bit of commentary. TV was on where we were, and it was playing something about these two people who were discovered to be in an affair at a Coldplay concert. And I'm like, you know what? People right now are having, millions of people are having millions of affairs right now. Why drag these random people through it? They're not political figures or celebrities or anything.
He's a CEO, though.
Who cares? I mean, there's
people care, but
how many CEOs are there in the world? Yes. Billions.
Well, I will give you two reasons why everybody cares about this right now. One, it's summertime. We need a good news story that isn't political. And two, their reaction when they were shown on the Kiss Cam, where he dove under the railing and everything. Yeah. They did it to themselves, but
I guess so. But anyway, it just seems unfair to them when they got caught. But
yes,
everybody else. Yes. So anyway, let's talk about that. Let's talk about them more and make them more embarrassed. Yes. So this
you've
game,
got the Coldplay Canoodlers, and you've got your stadium there.
Yeah. So
Find
here's
the Coldplay Canoodlers. Move your mouse to search the crowd. Oh. Hold the target for 1 second to win.
And there is, I don't know if the music's playing, but I had to turn it off. It is so annoying.
8-bit Coldplay.
Yeah. Oh, I found them already.
Oh, nice.
There they are.
Yeah, so completely random. Somebody jumped on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
127,000 people have played it.
Coldplay
Canoodlers.
So it resets every time, and you go through and you try. Oh, no, I did. I found. Man, I'm good.
You are a canoodle cammer. There are 2,847 players online right now.
But they do move around. I do not know how they move around stadiums so quickly, but. Anyway,
yes, and Yetup agrees with me that if they would have kept their cool, nobody would have noticed. Yes.
Well, but you don't expect to be stuck on a big screen.
Yes. But yes. Anyways, I'm going to turn off the music on my side, which is probably coming through. That is our bonus odd take. You can go play. See if you're better than Dave. I couldn't even find him myself. So
man,
Dave is a pro.
I guess I'm a canoodler whisperer.
Yes. Well, you know what else you're a whisperer of?
What's that?
Our picks of the week.
And what was my pick of the week? No, I actually have something, and I'm actually wearing it right now.
Yes,
it's my Underoos. No. It's what I took to Maine. My Saramonic Air 2-person universal micro wireless microphone system with lavaliers, 3.5 millimeter USB-C output, headphones out, charging case, noise canceling, magnetic mounting, and it comes in this great case that I think I showed. Did I ever show this? I didn't show this.
I think you briefly showed it, and I was like, "Ooh, future pick of the week." So then I think you took it back off the screen.
But anyway, it's got places like you charge the case. It's got the one mic goes over here, the one I'm using, one goes here. They're magnetic or they have a clip. Let's just do that. Got the clip on there. They got the magnets. They're like many of the others that you've seen, but they're relatively affordable. I think it's like $169, and you may be going, "Oh, that's a lot of money." But the super cheap, crappy no-name ones are like $100 or like $80. So for a little bit more, you can get a nice one with a bunch of features. And the creme de la creme is that it has this feature that I can't really show you right now. Oh, or can I? Hang on. Oh boy,
getting tricky.
Let's get the camera out.
This is why you watch the video,
Here
folks.
It goes.
The audio.
Look at this all around. It's got this piece that fits. It's sold separately, as they say. And the receiver can mount right on the top of my Sony ZV-E10 and other Sony cameras that have a hot shoe mount. And the audio and the video both come out of the camera, which is great, which means that I can use this and there's no delay or very little delay. And it's a great setup because remember on my travel tips, don't bring a bunch of crap. Why would I want to bring this giant stupid microphone here? Is it showing? Yeah. I mean, that's what I was using prior. Yeah. And now I can use just this right here.
Yeah.
So anyway, there you go.
Very nice. Producer Todd says that mic set would make a great graduation gift.
If only I knew somebody who recently graduated from school. Oh, well, don't know anybody.
Nope. Well, my pick of the week this week is it's a gaming company. Now, it's not the best games in the world, but it ties back into, once again, the Ryan Trahan 50 states raising money for St. Jude's. So he's on day like 42 out of 50 states now.
Is he married?
Yes, his wife is with him.
That's too bad for you.
Yes. He should be in Oregon any day now. I'm thinking about just driving around trying to find him. And he was, I think, at Mount Rushmore a day or two after producer Todd was, but it was very clear when he was there, not cloudy as it was for Todd. But anyway, so he has all these people donating. If you donate, 1,000, you get on the end credits. 5,000, you get a mention on the show. 50,000, he spins Wheel of Doom. 100,000. Then you get to choose what it is from the Wheel of Doom. Well, this company, Staple Games, like a stapler, they donated $50,000, I believe it was. So he had to spin the wheel. And then they said for everybody that downloads one of their games, they will donate another dollar. So every day they've been doing, and it's been great marketing for them. They've been doing like 10, 15, these random dollar amounts of however many downloads they get. So super cool people, ton of money going to St. Jude's Children's Hospital, which is an amazing cause. But Isla and I were watching the video when they were on there and we're like, oh, we'll go get some games. So the one that I put in is Wood Blocks by Staple Games. It's a Tetris-y kind of wood puzzle, very simple. Now you might be asking, the games are free. Are these just a ton of ads? No, there are a few ads, but like the most minimal I have ever seen in games. I've tried a couple different games they have, but this is a very nice little peaceful one. The other one that they just announced, they donated their amount again, and they updated one of their games to have a bunch of features. The Match Collector game, which is Candy Crush like type of match 3 puzzle game, but they added in a bunch of feature, like little special things that have happened in the video series. So just a super cool company, and their logo has a mustache on it. That might be the most important thing.
Yeah, there's the Match Collector game.
Yeah, super fun. They're available on Android and iOS. But some very simple little games, minimal ads for a free game, because some of those games you play, it's like every time you make a move, you have to watch another ad.
I don't play those, or I buy the pro version.
Yes, and so it says on their site somewhere, oh yeah, join us on the road to $6 million with Ryan Trahan. We're proud to support Ryan and Haley on their thing, one game for every download. And I think they have downloaded let's see, it's like hundreds. They're over $100,000 they've donated to his fundraiser, which is pretty wild. So
Hmm.
I'm going
Yeah,
to
that's
try
a
to go
lot.
to the thing, and it's going to be a spoiler for me because I'm a couple days behind. But he has raised millions of dollars from big companies, and then at the end of the show, there was probably the one we watched today, 15 different people that had donated $5,000 or more, different companies, families. Um,
Wow.
just super cool. So
So the game themselves, the game company has
yeah.
donated
Oh, so they're now the
588,000.
top donor at almost 600,000, where it was electric e-bikes because they donated 100,000 and gave him an e-bike so that every day he rides it, they give another $10,000. But yeah, it has been the joy of my summer watching these videos. So I highly recommend, again, the 50 States, 50 Days, Ryan Trahan, my favorite YouTuber. But
Hmm.
um,
Kia.
it's really cool to see how much money people are donating. Yeah, Kia, they're driving a Kia minivan.
Oh, okay. So it's a
Hobby
partnership.
Lobby, Shopify, Dollar Shave Club donated $150,000.
And just a guy, Peter
He's a
Atia.
very famous, very popular health doctor
Well,
guy.
if he's very popular, he can afford 150 grand.
Yes, yes. But yeah, no, really cool series. But these, check out the staple games. Every time you download a game, $1 will go to St. Jude. Plus, they're fun little games. So I
You
wanted to
can
pick
just
those.
download them and not play them. So
Yeah,
I'm going to
yeah.
download every single one of them.
Yeah, do it. I think there is some limit, like 5 per day per device or something. But hey,
Hmm.
they've given away $600,000.
I have a lot of devices and
Well,
multiple
that is
accounts.
very true.
I could get them like $10.
Yes, yes. Oh man. Well, in all the excitement, I did not put in our Ramazon purchase of the week. But if you would like either of our picks, you can head over to notpicks.com and you can look through our previous picks while I furiously tried to pull up a Ramazon purchase. But yeah, we've got all kinds of stuff. I was
Oh,
scrolling through there. Actually, I was just scrolling through there to look for your anchor thing. There's Ryan Trahan,
yeah.
your
And man,
slippers.
this MagSafe thing, I just love it.
Oh,
But
yes.
the airplane was too small to utilize it that I was on. But um, yeah, there's just so many good things here. Todd, there's so many great graduation gifts. Like if somebody wanted to buy him this Juan Molis X100 RGB light, I'm sure he would take that.
Yes.
What else could Todd use? Todd could use, hold on, there. I know there's more. He could use the Stop the Madness to block ads and stuff using
Yeah.
Safari. Um, yeah, all kinds of things. The spider in the box. Do I still have that dumb thing? Where is it? I gotta find another sucker. I mean, friend, to do the spider in the box on because
Yes.
that thing is a joy. Is
Yes.
a joy.
Well, thank you for looking through that because I did pull up a Ramazon purchase of the week.
Okay. I
And
pushed the
this was
button already, but where's
actually a
my?
recent pick of the week from me. So I know somebody went through Not Picks and they picked up the 2 pieces long lighter, candle lighters, electric lighter, rechargeable arc with LED display lighters for candle aromatherapy, camping, barbecue, gas stoves, deep black.
Now, what are these things?
So they're little arc
I
lighters.
know. I'm making a joke. It said
Ah,
lighter like 12 times
oh,
in the
yes.
display.
They're a lighter.
Oh, okay. So they
Yeah,
make
but
things
for
way
right
less.
now, $6.39, you get 2 of these things. I believe these ones are USB-C rechargeable. And they work really good. We used them on the 4th of July. We lit some sparklers with them.
Hmm.
But yeah, for now that's a birthday gift for Todd right there. Some candle lighters, electric lighter, rechargeable arc with LED
Best
display
gift for special day. So
right there.
we don't need to look anymore. It
Nope.
says it.
Everybody go to Not Picks, find the arc lighters, send them to Todd's house. We
Well,
are going
there's
to
multiple
bombard him.
colors, right? So I'll get him
2
the. I thought they
rose
were.
gold.
Yeah, I'll get him the rose
Oh,
gold. You get him the teal. Oh
yeah.
wait, no wait, what? No, hold on. Look. In
They
this
must be.
picture, there's a bunch of colors,
Oh, they must be out of the different
but on the
colors.
website, there's only gold and black.
Oh yeah, if you scroll down the page too, there's a bunch of colors in their pictures. So maybe they're run short, but they've got 4.4 stars on 11,298 ratings, 3,000 plus bought in the past month.
Let's see.
Wow.
Affordable. Battery life lasts. The weight is very light. Really cool. Easy to use. I mean, these reviews are written by professional reviewers, it looks like.
Yeah.
I could just sit here and read them all day. I love this thing. And more.
And more. Well, nice. We made it. And I thought we were going to go like 2 hours tonight with all the stuff we had.
Oh, well, what happened? That was funny. I was going to say we're only half done, and
then the video
died
and cuts out for a second.
I'm kidding. We are not half done. We are completely done.
Yes, we are wrapping this show up. Thank you to everybody for coming back after last week. Sorry about that one again. We will do our best to keep bringing you all this good stuff so you can get out there and tech better.
Like and subscribe.
Go watch Ryan Trahan after you watch our show.
Watch all our shows first.
Yes, every episode.